today, you're almost done. I'm trying to build up your auditory, and then we'll go back to our spelling again. Today we're talking about doing things really good and doing things better. I didn't finish. I was telling you that some people like to eat better, some people want to sleep better, some people want to be better to their moms. Another thing that people do that they want to do better, is they want to work harder. They want to work harder. So what do they want to do? Do they want to P-L-A-Y play or W-O-R-K work? Do they want to play or work? What did I say? Play or work? Which one?
A.
Work. That's right. Say it. Show me. Say work. Work. That's right. Very good. Go ahead and spell work. Go ahead. Spell work. Work. What? What? W for work. You got it. O for work. K. Yes, people want to work better, that's right. Now, I don't know if you have a resolution or not. I'm not sure if you do, but you should. One thing I think, and Mom could tell you, Mom is your mom, so she'll tell you if she thinks this is a good resolution. But I think that your resolution is that you have to spell more this year, because that is truly the opening to endless communication. So in my opinion, what should you do better? Should you smile better, S-M-I-L-E, smile, or should you spell better, S-P-E-L-L, better? What should you do better, smile or spell? What did I say? Yes, which word says spell? Which word says spell?
Spell.
That's right. Go ahead and spell. S for spell. Go ahead. I like what you're doing. That's correct. S for spell.
Bell.
Yes. Go ahead. Do it. You did it. P for pal. Go ahead. You got it. You did it by yourself. P for pal. Go ahead. S for spell. P for pal. E. L. Yes, you should spell better. That's right. And the way that you can spell better is you have to practice every day. Spell day. Spell day. You could do it. I believe in you. Follow the sounds. Go ahead.
Day.
Yes. Go ahead. See, I know you heard me because you told me exactly what to spell. Go ahead and spell day. Go ahead. Go. D for day.
D.
D for day. Think of how you spell day. A. D for day. A. Yes. Y. Yes. You have to practice every day. And you have to practice with people who love and care about you because they're going to help you. So spell love.
O. Love.
Yes. L for love.
Ma.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
O. O for of. V. 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 Silent E. Yes, that's right. People who love you and people who care about you, because those are people, like your teachers and your parents and everybody, those are people who are going to help you to be a better speller. So I think that this year you're going to be very, very good at this. It may be hard. Spell hard.
Hard.
Yes. Start with H. H for hard. A. A for ard. Hard. Hard.
D.
Yes. Yes. That's what you have to do. It may be hard, but don't ever give up on yourself. Spell up.
Up.
Yes.
Up.
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 Don't give up on yourself because you can do it. Spell it.
It.
Yes. It. It. Yes. That is right. Absolutely. And if you practice and practice and practice, then you'll be able to do this so easily. Okay? But I definitely think that we have to do more emphasis on teach and spell. Were choices always, like, in your ABA experience with her, I'm talking about you for a second, were choices always, like, was it a lot of, like, always, you know, just picking a bunch of choices, or how are choices in and of themselves?
Before this?
I'm just talking about
Very
you for a second.
challenging.
Very challenging. Okay, so then let's skip choices. But we have to now have another way to make sure that we're auditorily listening, because the choices are a way of us checking auditory. Are we listening to the content? And until we can spell perfectly, there's no way for me to really assess content because I'm kind of giving the answer. Whereas I would like it to be, I would love it to be at the point that I say, today we're going to talk about, you know, New Year's, what are we going to talk about? And then she's automatically saying New Year's instead of me saying we're going to talk about New Year's, spell New Year's. It's a little bit of a different auditory challenge. But I definitely would like you to move towards phonetic spelling. I'm loving this, cool with it, it's excellent. Someone would be very proud of you because it's right on the table, so you're actually looking down from a visual perspective, so that's great. So this is fine, but instead of giving the cue, say something like, and it's okay if it's word families. I'm the one that said, you know, work on the word families, but say, spell cat, at. And then did you see what was happening? She started to do it on her own, and that's the beauty of it, is when you start, go ahead.
Cat.
Go ahead. Cat, follow the sounds. Tell her always follow the sounds. Follow the sounds, sweetheart, go ahead. It starts with the C. C for cat. Ah, that would be could. C for cat. Ah. Cat. C for cat. Ah. Yes, that's perfect. That is exactly what you want. And did you see how?
Better with that though, or this? Because we didn't order them yet. That's why I wanted to check with you.
You
for
know,
the three
here's
versus
how I
that one
feel.
and that.
Motor planning wise, she has good motor skills.
Okay.
This is more for motor issues.
Okay.
So I'm fine with this. I did like this because it helps her with like spelling because it's less choices.
I know.
But if we're gonna get more practice in school this way, I'm cool with it. I want there to be as much practice as
And
possible.
we weren't using a pencil. She was using a finger.
You, if without the finger is fine, just make sure this, when you are accessing a pencil, you're actually accessing the left hemisphere of your brain where
Right.
speech and language is.
Okay.
Anytime you're using a tool, which is why so many individuals who have speech and language issues, they also have a hard time functionally using objects because it's in the exact same place. So
Okay.
if we were on a functional MRI and I was talking to you and you were writing to me,
Right.
it actually would come up as the same part of the brain.
Okay.
So one reason why Soma does this is because she's trying to get as much left hemisphere as possible, because see how she has this right hemisphere, I'm talking about you, sing-songy, high-pitched thing coming? This is right hemisphere, so we're trying to do left hemisphere. That's why I'm sitting on this side so that I'm stimulating the opposite hemisphere.
Okay.
So with this, you're activating tool use, which is in the left hemisphere,
Okay.
same as speech and language.
What other stuff can you use to exercise that? Like other things
Oh,
to
any
practice?
functional, like even without even doing speech and language, even just functional object use, like using any tool whatsoever, scissors and needle pointer, any tool that you're
Okay.
possibly using is very, very good for that Broca's area,
Alrighty.
which is motor planning, which is
Okay.
kind of why, again, think about all the kids that you work with. So many of the kids are like doing this with objects because they don't have the motor planning to know like what am I supposed to be doing with it. So that's the one reason for the pencil, is it really stimulates motor planning. The other reason is if she starts to get internally distracted by her own right hemisphere, which is happening, it's like you're constantly taking it away and resetting, like this is where we're going, just to keep it going with this
Okay.
instead of like, this way.
Right.
Go ahead and spell, let's do two more. Go ahead and spell phone.
Phone.
Go ahead and spell phone. Go ahead. Spell phone.
Phone.
See, it's easier when you have this,
Phone.
but then it's, yes,
With the F.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Phone.
F for phone. Go ahead, and then I'll play.
Phone.
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 F for phone.
Phone.
Own.
Own.
O. N.
N.
E.
E.
Good. So it's okay, you know, as long as you don't have too much like distraction going on,
I got it.
try it out. I mean, 2 times you almost poked yourself in the eye, which I don't like. But even if it's not sharpened, it doesn't have to be sharpened. You could just use it as more of like a motor planning type of thing, and then you could always carry it over to keyboard. See, that's another thing is when you when you're keyboarding, you could either do this,
Right.
or you could do this. It's a whole other type of skill. But definitely, I would say I'm so happy that you're doing all these different things at school. The fact that school is doing any of this is great. I think it's wonderful because this is not something that is built in a day. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
This takes a really long time. I've just been making breakthroughs with a year of like major breakthroughs where it's like, and they all started at the same time, and now they're all like making these amazing
That's awesome.
breakthroughs. But it's
I know
just
the hugest
really
part is me. And I just read something yesterday and it said, that was a mom's like New Year's resolution. She said, I'm promising to my child that I'm going to do it every day, even if it's 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Like, but that's,
5
December
minutes.
was a nightmare.
5 minutes.
Right, Sam?
Yeah, 5.
We were
I mean,
so
5
crazy
minutes.
busy.
But even
it's
because you
a
have
lot.
this at home, right?
Yes, you gave me one.
You
Mhm.
have this. So you have this, and they have it at school. So everybody
Mhm.
has one. So even if you just do something so small as like, you're right, 5 minutes is better than no minutes. And then like I could definitely tell I haven't seen you in a while because look how long it took to warm up. You know, and then it's like a matter of okay, now we're back again. We have to
Right.
start up again. But you're great, sweetie pie. Keep it down here so that you're bypassing so many things. And I would do a lot of like teach ask with a lot of spelling, but I would keep the words basic. I'll write it down for you. Words that are easily sounded out.
Right.
Words that are going to give phonetic success is really what you're aiming for right now.
I feel like she starts, but then stops. Like and she's
That's-
so prompt about it. And she's I see her looking at you, waiting for you to sound out the next sound too.
Yeah.
Right,
But then
Sam?
did you see by the end, like, did you see how all of a sudden you were doing it? And that made me so
Yeah.
happy. Because then it was like, well, you. And that's what it's all about. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, give me a second. I'm going to write some things down for you and then we'll put this on.